Okay, if I'm going to measure someone's arm circumference, I usually start at the base of the index finger first. I'm going to measure in centimeters. And so I kind of pull lightly. And now I'm going to do the base of the thumb. Kind of pull where it's a little bit snug and kind of give a little bit, and I can get a sense. Then I'm going to have her straighten her fingers. I'm going to go across the MCPs, across the knuckles there. Do it perpendicular to the hand and get a measurement there. And then I'm going to go up to the web space of the thumb, perpendicular to the hand, and measure right there. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do is the wrist. So I go distal and proximal to the ulnar styloid process. So kind of pulling with a gentle pressure, give a little bit until it kind of stops. Okay. Then I'm going to have her bend her elbow and put my thumb line at the zero line, and snug it up right to the ulnar styloid. And then I'm going to kind of hold that measuring tape and mark off at 10 and 15 centimeters. Usually I use a little Sharpie dot, and I've already done that. So I would measure 10 centimeters up and 15 centimeters up. And that's kind of the measurements that I've used. As long as you're consistent, it doesn't really matter. Some of the programs will also, like our Epic system has a program where it goes from the tip of the middle finger and measures up every 10-15 centimeters from there. So this is how you can kind of measure from the tip of the middle finger and then mark up your arm 10, 15, 20, like that, 30, all the way up the arm. I like to use my bony landmarks better. It's a little easier for me to kind of show the patient exactly where they're having swelling. So right there, I do it right at the antecubital fossa, and I pull, and then I have her bend her elbow, and I put marks up from that olecranon process. I put my thumb on the edge on the zero line until I bump up into there, and then I mark out 10 centimeters and 15 centimeters up the arm. Then I'm going to do perpendicular to the arm again, pull until I kind of get some tension, and then I ease off a little bit. So I'm not pulling tight, tight, tight. So just as long as you're consistent with your pulling amongst yourself. And the last one I do is right at the axilla, but again going perpendicular to the arm and trying to get a measurement there. So that's how I measure someone's arm. I'm going to measure the circumference of her leg. I'd always compare both legs. I usually start at the big toe, and I pull at the base of that toe, and it's about a 7.6. I always measure in centimeters. And then I'll go across the MTPs, and that's 21.5. And then I usually do the midfoot. And that's 21.9, and I pull until it kind of gives. Then I'm going to go at the ankle bones here, at the malleoli, and that's 22.7. And then I have my patient hold this right here. Hold it because I'm going to pull down on it and put a few marks on your leg. So from the plantar surface of the foot, kind of the edge, right where, or to the floor, I'm going to go 10 centimeters up, 20, 30, and if it's a long leg, I might even go up to 40. And then I'm going to measure at all those marks. The Epic system already has this kind of system in where you say how many centimeters you're going to go up from the floor line. Okay, so this is 20.4, 26.3, and then 24.4, and then she's kind of tall enough, so I go, I don't need to do that 40 centimeter mark. I'll just go right where the bend is of the knee and do right there to 30.5. And then I'm going to have her put her leg down, and I'm going to actually measure from find her kneecap, find the top of the patella, the suprapatellar border, put my finger there, and then go up 10 centimeters. put my 0 line at the top of the border, and then I'll measure right there. Try to be perpendicular to the leg, and that's 39.0 centimeters. If I need to, I can also go up another 10 centimeters. I can do the bikini line kind of there. I can do across the hips and across the waist, wherever you feel like their patient has their swelling. And I'd always compare left to right.